Hey, welcome back, everybody. There we go. This is M-Dog. We're at Volkhov again. I'm trying to look at... looks like folks have been catching some bream and maybe some roach at 7,100. You know, this spot is ever... well, it does change a lot. 7,100 does here at Volkhov, but it also... it's almost always producing. So I'm always curious kind of how the spot's doing and what's going on with it. It is definitely a good spot to kind of build into your rotation. Based on kind of what you're looking for, what level you are, and all that. But so it looks like, I can't tell what ground bait they're using, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Are these our bonus? And yeah, this should be fine. We actually can go up a little bit. Yeah, we kind of want right here. 7.4 should be good. And again, we're just going to do pearl barley. I think I will put maybe some bream ground bait if we have some. So we're getting low. And I believe it was just like a 10 clip. It was a short clip. Let me double check this. Yeah, so people were reporting 10 clip. So direction really shouldn't matter a whole lot with that short of a clip, but let's just kind of see what we can get into here. We may have the ingredients to just throw together some additional bream ground bait. All right, let's see. How far do we actually need to... is that far enough? Almost. I think if we go 50%, that'll probably be just about exactly there. Guess I should double check that all these have 7.6 line on there before I put the 7.4 liter. So we'll see if this works at all. All right, there's 50%. Yeah, that's just about perfect. Now, I know that folks were also using float to catch bream here. Maybe I can find that post, because that could be interesting to kind of do at least on one line or something if we really wanted to. All right, there's bream. Yeah, you would kind of assume like during the night we'll see mostly bream, and then maybe first thing in the morning, a couple roach mixed in or something. We'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting to trophy the bream here, but hopefully it's a decent bite rate and a good combination of bream and roach. Using those, we'll just see what the bite rate's like, because we are using the large one hook, so could slow it down a little bit. Trying to make sure no updates so far today on anything. It doesn't look like there is. Oh, that's a pretty nice bream there. Let me see if I can find that information about float fishing for bream here. Just curious kind of what they were using and all that. Oh yeah, we need to... Oof. Alright. We're going to need to address that. Let's see if they have it at the cheap store. Actually, I'm not going to even look. It's so... I mean, it's the same distance, right? You almost wish that those stores were on this side of the bridge. Because by the time you get over here to this side of the bridge, why not just take the ferry? You're right there at the regular store. We can check it. There's usually just not a very full stock over here at these stores. There's the tackle store, ground bait. I think maggots is what we were missing. I guess something basic like this they do have. And do they have millet porridge just in case? Alright, let me just make sure. Yeah. Alright, we're good. I bet those stores just don't get used that much. Back when there were like half as many maps, or even less than that, there was just a lot more people on Volkhov, and, you know, maybe those maps did get used some. I mean, those stores. These days, I bet they rarely do. There's no way that we don't have a fish on, right? Yeah. I would assume with the float fishing, though, somewhat depends on where the wind's blowing. I thought that was yesterday that I saw it. Yes. Okay, here it is. I found it. So they're using... Ooh, that's bold. All right. Alright, let's try this. Alright, they are using match. Looks like we kind of want to take that off and then put some kind of small fluorocarbon line. Guess we'll just do 6.4. Large one hook, double pearl barley. Ooh. Alright, let's just put this one up and get this one out. All right, let's look at this. So we want a depth of 4.10. Clip of 20. Now we're just letting it drift. All right. This is interesting. So this is float fishing for bream on Volkhov, and we're just kind of letting it go, opening the bail and letting it get that drift with the current bonus. Oops. Can't tell what's going on out there. And it's possible we don't want it to float. We don't want to cast it quite as far as we have been. Maybe we do. I don't know. I would say at this point we probably want to recast it. That's gotten way far away. Surely we're expecting the bite to happen a little more close than that. Is it going? Getting a little nibble. What size? 7 gram? That should be fine. We should be able to see the bite on that, right? It's like I got to get the slack out of the line so that I can set the hook. It's kind of awkward. So it is happening. It is happening, folks. Definitely is distracting. I'd say it's more efficient just to fish for bream on feeders, but it's fun to try to get them over here. That was a bite, I'm pretty sure. We just missed it. I don't know. It might be more frustrating than it's worth. There's a roach. Big boy roach. Obviously, I went too quick on that one. I was just trying it. Ooh. Bream had started to get smaller again, but this seems like a nice one. Yeah. So even with 2 rods most of the night, I mean, we've done pretty decent. I'll try to really be patient this time. See if it actually... I don't know. Next time I'll try to pull it in. See, I don't think we have a lighter match float that would make sense. Although this is really light bait. So if we do, we could... we certainly could use one. Just see the bites a little better. Because I'm not sure if I'm going too early or if I'm actually just missing some of the bites because the float's so heavy. It's hard to pass on it when it's sideways like that. I think the first 2 bream we caught on match rods during this video, I snatched them when they were sideways, so that probably is a bite there. All right, let's look at that really quick. Let's just see what that looks like. That is a much lighter float. So it's also a lot harder to cast it. We probably want to full cast it. But if it's actually drifting, it should reach a point where the float can go up and down. I need to put ground bait on those, but I want to see what's going on here. We're getting a bite right now. I may have the same problem I did before. see what happens when we max cast it. How far does it go? This spot is not too shabby. Again, this is just a 10-meter clip. Catching bream and roach. Old pearl barley, size 1 hook. And then we're also messing around with float over here. I just don't know what to do with these bream nibbles. Okay. If I get it quick enough on that sideways thing, sometimes we are catching the fish at least. So it's kind of fun. I don't know that I could see doing this with more than 1 or maybe 2 if you really wanted to try to trophy a bream on match, but you know, it's happening. It's all right. There aren't necessarily that many opportunities. I shouldn't say that. I don't go for it that often. This also just seems like a pretty convenient way to try to get a trophy bream on match with the way this spot is setting up right now. Even though we do have a little bit of breeze from right to left, from west to east, it's not affecting our cast that much. It's only 5.3 meters per second. And so it's still doing the drift like you want it to. And all that. So, and look, we're starting to get the hang of it. We're starting to catch some bream this way. This is going to be a marker, I think. Just barely. I definitely like it better with the lighter match float though. At least we're getting a little variety. A little float fishing for bream mixed in, not something I typically do. Notice it still says drifting with the current at the bottom. It's a sign that we do not have a nibble. Oh. Okay. Probably went a little too quick there. It's a sign that we do not have a nibble, but then when the drifting with the current disappears, that's when you're at least in the process of getting a bite. Doesn't mean a fish is on, it just means that something is happening, right? Oh, nice roach. You're going to trophy a roach here if you fish consistently here. No question. Thought that was a good bite, but I wasn't looking at it directly, and I also got delayed because of the feeder rods. Oh. Let's see if we can get one more here. I don't know, that's pretty far away now. Okay. Let's see what this is. It's getting to be that time of morning where we should probably wrap it up anyway. Oh, now we're getting a nibble. Hey, we go out on a win. I like it. I like it. All right, well that's been fun. All right, so 71-100, 10-meter clip, and then the match rod tricks there to catch some bream and some decent roach. Again, I think you can trophy bream there right now, but I think if you give it some time, you're almost guaranteed to trophy roach right now. When you're using those large one hooks, if you catch a roach, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be a decent one, right? So we did 25 minutes of fishing, caught 31 fish, even messing around with float. The bite right there is incredible right now. We'll check the cafe, but we're looking at about 100 silver. And no cafe orders that really have anything to do with what we're catching over there. So we'll take our 100 silver and go home. All right, there you go. As always, thanks for watching. Tight lines. Good luck, everybody. I will see you next time.